Potential for the triple spear downlight, and Dooblakek has great coverage on top of those platforms with the N-Sigs.
I see
so
platform maps, and I just start thinking they're going to start slide charging and doing Sigs off of them now. That's just what NA Ranked has primed me for. You see a platform map, and you just get really worried someone's about to slide charge. GC Sidelight is not a slide charge, and it is not a good use of your dodges. He hits a 3 hit on the scythe there, almost off the bat.
Yeah, that was a pretty quick damage burst coming out from Dooblakek, and Dooblakek continuing the scythe damage. Another dare, weapon toss, ground pound. Rygunduz avoids the weapon toss, will survive.
Dooblakek going for the montage reel play there. Rygunduz already on 2 exclamation points, but he does make it back and switches to the spear instead of the sword. Maybe he can find more luck with this weapon as Dooblakek picks up the orb, goes for the first down, they're not going to connect.
Ooh, the recovery gets beaten out by the Sair from Dooblakek, and Rygunduz needs to touch back. Doesn't deny the weapon from Dooblakek, though.
Nice. N-Sig catches that movement off the platform there. Dooblakek getting his free reign of the weapons. He's going to stick to the scythe here and has a considerable lead for himself, all things considered.
Yeah, this is really nice. Dooblakek coming in as the lower PR, still building up more damage onto Rygunduz. That scythe is doing the work.
Just stray hits for now. Not going to get anything too big. Rygunduz goes for the weapon throw to break neutral, but doesn't find the hit after. Downlight Sair is going to send Dooblakek to the far right, but he does narrow his way back onto the map, and that's where Scythe really shines. You have that aerial coverage, especially when recovering. No one can really touch you with that range. Yeah, and that active input on the Nair can be so devastating, just putting the opponent in an awkward position off stage. We're seeing so much Nair usage already in this set. Just multiple Nairs coming back to stage, on stage, catching these jumps. A lot of work being put out here. Rygunduz has not found an answer back yet, as he's already entering the red of his second stock. Yeah, struggling to finish the stock. The Pogo will do it, but took quite a bit of damage before finishing off the stock of this Enchantress. Gonna deny weapons. It looks like Rygunduz wants to stick with the spear. He did play a majority of spear for that first stock there. He had the sword at times, but couldn't find much to do with it. But he also ends up disarmed a lot, seeing as he likes to throw his weapon. Picks up another spear here. Another Nair comes out from Dooblakek. Good dodge through, but the dare connects, and Rygunduz running out of movement. The weapon toss going to deny the stock, and this is a big lead for Dooblakek. Big lead indeed. He goes for the scythe pickup one more time. It's what he's been getting a majority of these hits on. These falling Nairs, these jump Nairs have found so much damage from him. Even if we're not seeing these big strings, if you're going unanswered like that, it's going to be very good for you. Yeah, all trades definitely in favor of Dooblakek right now, and that's ignoring the stat difference where Enchantress bringing a little bit more strength to go up against that low defensive Hattori, but nice neutralite. Rygunduz both got that high speed going for them, that almost like 8-7 speed, depending on what stance they want to use here. Sidelights going to come through again. Like I said, no big strings here. We saw one at the start off of a wasted dodge, but for the most part, it's just been raw sidelights, downlights, jump Nairs. Down air coming through again. Ground pound this time. Little bait with the weapon throw at the wall. Made him think twice about coming back to the wall there. I mean, at top levels, you'll see people kind of do those fake out throws, try to force an action out of the opponent, and sometimes it works really well. Well, Dooblakek has the orb in hand and has a good lead. The N-Sig's going to go punished by the downlight there. Rygunduz breaking neutral way better now. Gets the dodge read on that. What? Misses the Sair, but damage is damage. We're going to take what we can get. Yeah, I mean, he's starting to add it up, making this one relatively even despite that slight flub, maybe a little bit of nerves here against Dooblakek. It was the lack of PR on the thing. He saw the stream, he's like, this guy's not PR. He got a little worried, but he's figured it out now. Nice little down air is going to deny the what was almost a 3-stock lead is now a win for Rygunduz. So congrats on that first game. Clutch up from Rygunduz. 1 damage difference, 474 to 473. And Rygunduz was definitely the Hattori player. Ignore that it shows an Enchantress at the top. It's going to be a long weekend. We also have a little freeze frame here for us. You just broke for them. They're like, oh, come on, man. All right, game 2, Rygunduz did clutch it up in the final moments of the last one. We'll see if he needs to do it again here in game number 2 because Dooblakek, again, the scythe, putting in a lot of work. I think the number stats were true at the end of that one, right? Like putting in the bulk of the damage on the scythe. But Rygunduz has found kind of his flow and his positioning with this spear. It's looking a lot better now. You can see he's actively going for those dodge punishes and breaking neutral much better with these Nairs. So it is giving more room for him, a lot less weapon throws as we were seeing before, right? We saw him disarmed a lot of the time. So
Seems like he's broken those first game 10th seed unknown nerves.
Yeah, he's definitely learned to respect Dooblakek a little bit more. But Dooblakek not going to go for anything off of that Nair.
And I feel like this is actually really damaging to Dooblakek because he is here playing 2 string-heavy weapons where it's like, okay, the key run of your damage, like these Nairs, these 1-hits, they're going to get you some damage, but they're not going to get you a lot. So if you're not getting your big strings, you're going to be missing out. That punish does go through with the sidelight Sair. And we do have even damage here on the stocks, both in the red.
Yo, but Dooblakek over to the side. Side signature, not going to connect the ground pound neither. Needs to find that finishing blow here against Rygunduz. Dooblakek wants that damage lead, and he's going to go for the charge up.
Perfectly charged off the edge there. Catches the spot dodge from Rygunduz. Going to take the first stock for himself there. And the spear is back in hand, so let's see what he can do for it with it. And like going to come through, goes for the double chase dodge into the end sig. Not going to find anything off of that, though.
Dodges up. Dooblakek trying to get some extra credit, but
Side
the Sair
air
from Rygunduz denies it.
Rygunduz choosing to stick with the spear once again. It looks like, oh, he does get the sword there. It looked like he wanted the spear, but the positioning of the weapon throw didn't go for him there. Dooblakek, unarmed, is getting the brunt of the damage here as he gets 2 unlights into the downlight ground pound, does pick up the scythe immediately after, and they're choosing to fight high up in the air with this GC sidelight coming out.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to get some fancy stuff up in that sky, but Rygunduz trading out slightly better against Dooblakek right now.
Side air comes through.
Ooh, the side sig connects. Needs to deny ground touch, but Rygunduz gets down to the soft platform.
Rygunduz opting for more weapon throws here. He's going to pick up the sword. And we haven't seen him do too much work with this, I feel like. The jump Sair is going to come out of the scythe there. And Dooblakek is going to go for that edge guard, doesn't find it, and now he has to find his way back on the map.
Yo, but Rygunduz is going to give room, wants to deny weapons instead of taking that stage control. Wants that spear in hand, but the N-Sig read does not work out in his favor.
Orb edge guard coming out here with the down airs. Sidelight Sair is going to be the punish of that falling Sair. And we have another lead for Dooblakek here, but we did see Rygunduz make it back from a similar position last game.
Yeah, I think it was a worse position in game number 1, but still Rygunduz playing on the back foot. Gets a little bit of a recovery, needs a lot more, but if he wants to go for the KO. Ooh, Dooblakek doesn't get the dare, though.
Dooblakek going for the montage reel here. The scythe strings are finally coming out, and it's going to be a lot of damage put onto Rygunduz as he enters the light orange here. Nair is going to come out from Rygunduz, gets the recovery, but it's still not enough. This Apocalypse ceiling is much too high. Reads the spot dodge and gets the second one. That is going to close the stock off. Rygunduz now playing from the back foot. He has what it takes to come back, though.
I love that patience from Rygunduz. He chased up high earlier and went immediately into the recovery. Dooblakek spot dodged it. This time Rygunduz baits it out, just stacks up on Dooblakek, then fast fall recovery for the KO.
Goes for the first end light. The second one's not going to work as well, though. Another end light comes through. Down air catches him off guard.
Still
Dooblakek going for the edge guard with unarmed. Doesn't find the hits he's looking for, though, and now he's going to be left without a weapon.
Rygunduz not able to capitalize on that, though. Dooblakek still finding these hits here and there.
Strong sidelights going to send him off the map. Dooblakek putting out these signatures. He's been really good with the SIGs so far this game. Going unpunished or landing. Downlight's going to close off this second game, and that's going to put him 1-1 on the set count.
Yeah, just going for the strong version of the light attacks. They don't KO super fast, but still, you just keep hitting them, and it's going to work out eventually. Dooblakek ties it up 1 apiece. Hey, look, now it's the other person's stats.
I think from now
Production
on,
Dooblakek won.
You just gotta put let the audience know the person showing up is who lost. You just tell them ahead of time.
You shouldn't have blasted the person who lost. They're like,
you show the damage sets and you're like, all right, this guy, he lost the game. Just remember that.
Just in case you forgot.
Maybe some character swaps here. They have not locked in yet. I'd be surprised if we saw Dooblakek switch on win, though. Yeah. Especially since the first and second game were both considerably good. Rygunduz maybe looking for something else?
I wouldn't expect it, considering I think the stats generally show that Rygunduz is kind of like a Hattori main through and through. Dooblakek on the other side is only level 55. I mean, that's actually pretty high level.
I don't know why you said only level 55.
Well, I mean, like, compared to Rygunduz, who's going to lock in and reaffirm my belief that he's put in a lot of time on this Hattori. Okay, he just left the lobby.
Yeah, well, now he heard that. He's like, you know what, I'm not only am I not going to lock in, I'm out of here. I'm not dealing with this.
He just pulled a what is his name, Hans or whatever, where he just like DQs out of the match. He's just like, nope. Magnus Carlsen, that's who it is. He just pulled a Magnus Carlsen.
Yep. Some issues for Rygunduz here, so he is gonna go for a quick restart. But how's your day going, Duke?
Yo, it's been good. It's you know, it's always interesting these days because like Australia and Southeast Asia is like late for us, right? So I work a full day and then
this is my morning.
I come back in. This is your morning? You just woke up?
Yeah. I wake up, I come down here, and I'm like, I'm ready to go. This is breakfast to me.
Yeah.
Australia and Southeast Asia, I watch it while I'm eating my cereal.
Well, you don't have your cereal right now.
I know. It's.
What's your cereal of choice?
Is this an ad? Like, am I?
No. Honestly, it's kind of a grill because people are gonna judge you based on whatever you
No,
pick.
I know they're gonna judge me, but I wonder if I drop my cereal name and Toast is like, you can't say that name here. But
Yeah,
my
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is gonna come in here and be like, what? Kellogg's
cereal-
is knocking on the door, man.
My cereal choice is going to be Honey Bunches of Oats. With or without almonds doesn't really matter, but usually on that branch of cereal there. You know, I know a lot of people that go, I don't eat cereal with milk because the milk ruins it, and I just go, wow. Can't believe it.
Are you okay? Here's the more controversial question: milk first or cereal first?
I think milk first is better, but I still do cereal first.
Okay.
I think milk first is better because the cereal is crunchier, but I actually just do milk first. I mean milk second because of its habit at this point.
Oh, okay.
It's been too long.
Okay.
But I don't like how he's zooming in.
That was the most middle of the road answer.
It's a
you
middle
really
of the road
tried
answer
to.
because I don't think I've had cereal second, and I know it's better because the cereal is crunchier.
Yeah.
But I still do milk second just because I've always done it. So it's like I'm not switching them now.
Okay.
You gotta be loyal.
You've tried the first way. You've tried the.
Yeah.
You've tried one way.
You understand
but-
where they're coming from now.
Yeah.
At least you can't have an opinion without trying both
Yeah,
sides.
yeah, you gotta try it.
Yep.
All directions. Have you ever tried having a glass of milk with your bowl of cereal? Like dry cereal with a glass of
That
milk?
sounds very dumb. I'm not. I won't even entertain.
That's too far.
Yeah. I mean, at least I'm not
Excuse me.
a cereal and water kind of person. That's
Oh yeah, that's okay. That's
no way.
That's a crime, is what that is.
But forget cereal. We got ramen on the Miami Dome here as we get back into the set.
What a transition. Game 3, though. Rygunduz not going to swap any characters. Instead, just resetting the router, and it's looking good as he got that side sig quick.
Yep. The GC sidelight actually going through that time. But the thing with the GC sidelight is you're probably not going to get much after it. And he does get punished for having no dodge there. Just a 2-hit from Dooblakek. Rygunduz picking up the sword this time. Goes for the beautiful GC downlight ground pound. Gets another endlight, the weapon throw. And you can see maybe that reset probably taught him how to play sword as well.
This is a whole different Rygunduz.
Yeah.
The Sarah connects, not quite enough to finish off the stock. GC Endlight not going to work out for him. Dooblakek stays underneath it, gets past, and has the stage control now.
Now with the sword, he's looking for that KO. That recovery is not going to do it just yet. Another high ceiling map here. Goes for the GC downlight again, and Dooblakek claps back, but misses the sider.
Still needs to finish the stock on both sides. It's going to be the side sig in favor of Rygunduz. High ceiling, but relatively close side walls. And Rygunduz, again, going to stick with the spear. This seems to be the comfort weapon of Rygunduz.
Yeah, for sure. And we've also seen that side sig so many times today, from the previous set and this set together. Just seems like the main KO option these Hattori players really want to go for. Dooblakek going to close off again with another downlight on Scythe.
Deciding on weapons, going to be the Scythe. Primed to second one. Rygunduz coming in, immediately trying to go in unarmed and found 0 hits.
That's just unlucky.
Yeah.
You can see him like going for it a lot.
Some blind boxing.
Yep. Shadow box. That's actually a taunt now, so.
Yeah, it is. Yo, recoveries. Goes for the side sig. Interesting option there. I think most people go for something that hits vertically, but Rygunduz was just going for damage.
Yeah, you're thinking maybe a GC end sig and the side sig comes out. Maybe it's a mix-up. If it worked, you wouldn't have been saying anything.
I would have been like, oh man, he's so smart. Doesn't hit the jump button this time,
Smart,
though.
but not smart enough. The downlight is not going to go into anything. Sidelight comes through for the punish. Dooblakek is behind in damage, but he's still living.
You know, really good options from Dooblakek. Spot dodging those recoveries. Can't spot dodge that one because it was off of a downlight. And another recovery from Rygunduz gives him a nice lead. This is his first lead going into the final stocks against Dooblakek.
Yeah, and the sword has been looking much better this game. You've been seeing a lot of GCs come through and connect. You've been seeing those recoveries hit up raw and through the downlight. So a lot more damage and value coming out of the sword here. Dooblakek not playing like Rygunduz. He's actually going to hit his moves on the unarmed because the downlight ground pound comes through, adding a bit more damage.
but needs to find that finishing move. Could be an N-Sig, could be a sidelight side air with this orb. N-Sig thrown out, Rygunduz with the punish, gets extra off the soft platform.
Sidelights off stage, but he is going to find his way back on for basically free. Switches up to the spear here. Dooblakek with the weapon throw.
Side air, charges up a Sig, but Rygunduz goes high. Another Sig thrown out, Rygunduz avoids it. He's doing a great job playing around these Sigs now against Dooblakek.
Yeah, you can really see he's trying to hold this stock on for as long as he can. He already has Dooblakek on the light orange here. Downlight Sair is going to be the option here. He goes for the pressure. Doesn't find any hits though.
Wanted the stage control more than he wanted that mild KO potential with a recovery. Downlight opportunity, another side air. Again, the stage control for Rygunduz.
Switches to the spear here. And Dooblakek goes for the active input to send him backwards, but the ground pound's not going to connect here. You can see Rygunduz waiting for that down air potential. Gets the first one, but can't find anything more than that. Ground pound actually going to close off the stock there. And it's a 2-stock for Rygunduz. That reset really put him into the motions.
I love the way Rygunduz is playing these pressure situations against Dooblakek. Like, a lot of times, Dooblakek is expecting Rygunduz to immediately throw out the attack, right?
Yep.
Like, fast fall down, throw out the dare, and then panic spot dodges, and Rygunduz perfectly capitalizes. That time, the stats are right. Rygunduz putting out 558 damage, 383 taken.
Man, after we told them all that it's the loser up there, they fix it.
How could they do this to us?
It's just betrayal at this point. Is it because I said the cereal thing? It's
Maybe,
the cereal
yeah.
thing, yeah. They weren't feeling it, but
Toast's definitely a milk before cereal guy.
You disrespected him. But we are on Apocalypse for the 4th game of the set here. And Rygunduz is up 2-1.
Nice recovery coming out from Rygunduz. Okay, both of them going in unarmed, but Rygunduz finding the hits with his unarmed.
Dooblakek clapping back with the unarmed of his own downlight ground pound, but doesn't find much more as he opts to pick up the orb. Rygunduz with a chase dodge Sair after his recovery there.
I really think that was another spot dodge sidelight
GC
attempt,
sidelight.
but just didn't have the timing right.
Weapon throw up to get some pressure before getting back to the map there. Picks up the scythe after. We've seen a lot of N6 come out and not any hit, I feel like.
Yeah, definitely Rygunduz has been missing those. There's that spot dodge coming out from Dooblakek. Good spot dodge from Rygunduz to get inside and get that side air.
Nice down air. He's going to look to close the stock here with a weapon throw, and it's going to go perfectly fine from Rygunduz. Has the stock advantage and also has the weapon advantage here as he picks up the spear once again.
Trying to deny weapons. That was something that he struggled with in game number 1, is like he'll go for that weapon toss and Dooblakek just comes in, hits him, and then gets the weapon advantage.
Yeah, he also disarms himself a lot in situations like that. Looking like it's not going to cost him too much, but now he needs to find a weapon if he wants any more damage on the stock. Dooblakek doing an excellent job of not giving him any of that extra credit at all.
Yeah, just needs a strong downlight to finish off the stock of Rygunduz.
And if you're Rygunduz here, you're taking any hit you can get. You're hoping to just get one here as your stock is so far gone.
Oh, but not finding any hits just yet. Dooblakek doing so good at avoiding any move. Okay,
Nice
a neutral light.
Both players here trying to play max range on their weapons. Dooblakek knows he just wants any move that'll KO here. Side air is going to send him to the far right instead of the left here. Not what he was looking for as Rygunduz makes his way back to the stage. And now Rygunduz still just looking for any hit he can get because of how far behind, of how far he's ridden the stock already. Another side air is finally going to KO. And Dooblakek manages to take that, only taking one extra hit.
Yeah, that was really well done from Dooblakek. Rygunduz had so much potential to get extra credit, and Dooblakek denied all of it. Only took like 2 hits.
Sidelight coming through, goes for the GC downlight, which we haven't seen yet, but it cost him a lot more than it was worth, getting almost 4 hits off of that punish.
It was a very expensive gravity cancel downlight. Burning that aerial spot dodge, it makes it so that you can take so much damage.
Nice pressure coming out from the side, from the spear here, but he is actually getting clapped back pretty hard by Dooblakek's scythe gameplay.
Yeah, but he's still finding some hits. Gets a nice downlight side air. Presses the jump button this time. Looking for the pogo. The side sig, and Rygunduz has the lead.
And they are, that stock was going pretty evenly up to that point there. That side sig doing an excellent job of getting him a lot of pressure and lead here. Sidelight and light's going to come through, another sidelight, and we can finally see some real damage being done from Rygunduz here.
Really interesting there. Dooblakek reading into the future, right? Like, saw that Rygunduz was going to spot dodge, was able to get some extra damage on that one.
Dooblakek has been doing a really good job of hitting these down airs just off the map in that kind of awkward position where the orb goes off, but you're still on the map kind of safely.
Yeah, just covering that corner. Nice side air. Final stocks here. Potential for Rygunduz to put this one away.
Yep, Dooblakek on his tournament stock.
I think we're on the top side. This is the... Oh, wait, no. It says elimination bracket on the bottom. Reading abilities.
And you're the one with the glasses today.
I know. It's really tiny font, okay? Oh, man. Dooblakek, like you said, is on tournament stock here. This could be trouble for Dooblakek, but again, doing that great job avoiding hits from Rygunduz.
Yep, Rygunduz trying to play this as slow as possible. He knows that Dooblakek is kind of at a small deficit. Even though it's small, it is something for him to work with. Side air going to come through and send him into the red. Second side air confirming it. Third side air taking the game away from him. Rygunduz bringing that one back. Even though he took a game down, he came back after the reset with a convincing 2-0 first game 2 stock, and after an ending like that, you got to be happy with yourself.
Yeah, a lot of credit to Rygunduz for clutching that one out. And then again, credit to Dooblakek, because, I mean, the first 2 games definitely looked very confident for Dooblakek, but Rygunduz was able to clutch up and close out, winning it 3-1. And it looks like Rygunduz is in the hot seat, because in comes Elsum, and Rygunduz is still sitting there.
Yep, Rygunduz, after that losers, what was that, semis?
Sure.
Because we're doing top 4, so that was loser semi. So
I just saw elimination bracket top 8, and I just go, yeah, I trust you.
Yeah. Looks like he's going to be sticking with us, most likely. As